how to make my really easy 6-ingredient honeycomb flapjacks. Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, where today I'm making probably one of the more simple recipes on my blog, which is just a 6-ingredient tray bake, which is the honeycomb flapjacks. This is a bake which I consider one of the simplest tray bakes you can make. Don't mind the pan there, but a flapjack's a flapjack. It's a few ingredients, oaty, delicious, but it's something that a lot of people struggle to bake. Usually the flapjack is too soft, there's not enough mixture, anything like that. So I thought I would do a YouTube video today on how to make my honeycomb flapjacks, partly just because I do have a craving for them, but also they're just such a good staple-based recipe which you can then adapt and do in different ways if you prefer. So either way, this is how to make my honeycomb flapjacks. So when you're starting the flapjacks, it's 4 simple ingredients, and the first one for me is always the butter. For this, I do use unsalted block butter because I find it prevents any splitting or anything going wrong with the recipe if it's pure butter. Here I just have some clear honey. You can use any brand you want, and if you don't like honey, you can use golden syrup, but any will do. And then I have some demerara sugar here. You can see it's got a slightly larger grain than any other sugar, and a muscovado sugar would work well instead, but I find this the best with the flapjacks. And then finally, we have the oats. So you may be able to tell the difference or not, but these are rolled oats. They're not quite porridge oats, which can be a bit softer and result in a squishier, wetter flapjack. So if you can get rolled oats, they are the best ones to use. I'm just gonna start by adding my butter to a pan, and then I'm gonna pour in my honey. And then finally, I'm gonna add in my demerara sugar as well. And then we're gonna melt this until it's smooth and combined. I'm just stirring it so nothing catches on the pan whilst the butter melts, and also making sure that the sugar dissolves with the heat so it's less grainy. Now it's nice and smooth, it's all glossy and perfect, so we can carry on with the next step of the recipe. So now the first part of the recipe is ready. All you need to do is to pour the oats into a large bowl with the mixture and stir. It'll be quite a sticky, wet mixture, but obviously flapjacks it's going to be. So I also have my lined 9-inch square tin ready. I'll link this one in the description box as it's the one I use for all of my tray bakes like brownies, cookie bars, blondies, and so on. So once it's ready, pour it into your tin and press it down nice and firmly, and you need to make sure it's down firmly because this will prevent it breaking up after it's been baked. But either way, make sure to have fun doing it, get a little bit sticky, and then make sure to also preheat your oven so it's ready to bake straight away. So I'm just going to pour my oats into a large bowl, and then I'm just going to pour in my liquid mixture. As you can see as I mix, the liquid is distributing well with the porridge oats. If you find at this point it's looking a lot wetter than this is, you'll need to add some extra oats just to dry it out ever so slightly. And there you have the perfect flapjack texture. It's a sticky mixture, but as you can see, it's in lumps, it's not too wet, it's perfect. So now all I'm going to do is pour my mixture into the tin and then press down firmly. As you press down, make sure to pack it into the corners well and make it nice and even. So now that my flapjack mixture has been pressed nice and firmly and evenly into the tin, I'm going to bake it in my preheated oven. I always preheat to 160 in my fan oven, and I know it's the correct temperature. I've used this oven so many times, but if you're ever unsure, make sure to get an oven thermometer, as sometimes ovens can be slightly out on the temperature than you think. So either way, I'm going to bake in the oven until they're nice and golden on top, and then it's really important to leave them to set completely in the tin and firm up. I then set them in the refrigerator for a little bit before decorating, and then of course you can enjoy a flapjack. So now that my flapjacks have baked, you can see that they're lovely and golden and they're perfect for decoration. So for this recipe, like I say, this flapjack is good on its own, or you can decorate it however you want. But because these are my honeycomb flapjacks, I of course have some Crunchie bars here. They're one of the best chocolates in the world if you ask me. And then I have some melted milk chocolate for decoration as well. I was just gonna spread the chocolate over the top, sprinkle on some chopped up Crunchie, and then leave it to set just in the fridge until solid and then enjoy. But either way, this flapjack recipe is the key part. It's perfect, it's solid, and it's delicious. And if you have any questions about them, make sure to leave them in the comments below. I'm obviously using milk chocolate here, but you could use white, dark, or a combination if you prefer. And of course, if you don't want to do crunchy, you can use any other chocolate you fancy on top. This is just to help even out the chocolate on top. And then I'm just going to sprinkle on my Crunchie. So now this has been decorated, I'm just going to set it in the fridge for a little bit till the chocolate is solid, and then we can portion and enjoy a flapjack, of course. So now that my flapjacks have set in the fridge, the chocolate is all perfect on top, so we're just going to portion them into your pieces, and of course you can enjoy. I tend to cut mine in a grid of 4 slices, so there's 16 pieces, and it works perfectly, but obviously you can do pieces larger or smaller, whatever you fancy, but either way, make sure you cut them up safely and then enjoy a giant piece. And then look at the honeycomb flapjack. So that is how you make my honeycomb flapjacks. As you can see, it's a super simple 6-ingredient recipe that has such a deliciously solid and perfect flapjack. Easy chocolate topping, which is so adaptable to what you want. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Any questions, put them in the comments below. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, come back for something utterly scrumptious next time.